You can see all the minnows lined up in that grass there. See them shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. On my little plug. Kipper. Alright. Well, what I was doing, they're in these little minnows. They're really biting these little minnows, and I don't know what it is about this little crankbait right here, but it really comes through the grass. It's the only one that I found that comes through the grass real good, but it's really small, super small, and he's trying to get me hooked. But it's super small and it comes through the grass really good. And I can't get the hook out, but it's just a really small crankbait. Just a little old square bill. It's kind of clear, transparent, and they're eating these little old shad right now and bluegill. And dude, for some reason in the fall, I catch them I like catching them on a chatterbait or a vibrating jig better, but when they start slapping at that chatterbait, I'll pick that up, or vibrating jig, whatever you want to call it. I'll pick that up and start throwing it, because it you get the snag factor on those crankbaits sometimes, whereas you don't really hook up good on those bladed jigs. But as you can see, we're just going down this grass line, and like I said earlier, you just got to find those areas in the grass where they're at, and usually there's more than one, usually a couple, 3 or 4. Usually hundreds, but you only catch 2 or 3 of them. Because the last time I threw the dynamite out, there's like 100 there. He stomped that thing too. He's like, I've always wanted one of them clear perch colored crankbaits. Gotcha! Oh, wow! This thing only runs about maybe 3 feet at the most, and I got it on 16-pound fluorocarbon. Try to keep it up a little bit anyway. But for some reason, that bill angle on it, it just, especially hydrilla, it just pops right through that hydrilla. It doesn't hang up too bad. I like keeping my tip up until I get it out of the grass good and lowering it. Yeah, makes me really look like I know what I'm doing. My brother, about 5 or 6, probably longer than that, 5 or 6 years ago, my brother, he buys every crankbait that comes out. He got me turned on to that thing at Champlain one time. He was catching the crap out of them on that thing. If he could keep the pike knocked off of it, he'd get a good bass on it. And we started using it down here, like in the fall. And man, I don't know what it is, but they like it. And then every once in a while you get a stubborn weed. Get out a little bit. There he is. Giant crappie. Hey, yeah. Look here. Oh, yeah. Wally Marshall. Eat your heart out, Wally Marshall. I told you it's fishing too deep, Wally. You got to be throwing plugs over the grass, Wally, to catch these.
Check us out at wired2fish.com.